Hello everyone, and we are back. Day 2 of our malware analysis, Discord beta.exe, and I received some feedback for yesterday's stream. I tried to fix the camera and the microphone issues, as well as the screen filters. Apparently, my stream looked washed out yesterday. I think it was because of something related to HDR to SDR tone mapping in OBS or something. So, anyways, skipping past that, we are continuing from where we left yesterday, and yeah, so till now we have this enormous JavaScript which was highly obfuscated, and we deobfuscated and converted into something much readable than it was originally. And for now, I think I'll take a break on this since it will require a lot of work. I think I'll pick it up later on, and I'll move on to further static analysis of the executable itself. So that will be loading it up in a disassembler. Yeah, I'll need to switch it to dark theme once I load it. Okay, all files. Discord beta.mals. Yep. Let the pop-up fade away, and I don't want to check for updates. Op, no, no, no. Options, colors, dark, apply. Oh, let me wait about the stream real quick. So moving on, it's loaded. Okay, yeah, this is obfuscated executable. We don't have name for any of the functions except for the basic ones. I think this is start, and this will call uh, another sub. Okay, so we have something. Let me zoom out a little. Okay, so there are a couple of logics. So it's right off the bat, it's calling get startup info, and Okay, so what does get startup info do? Get startup info A. Or where is it loading from? I think it's from kernel32.dll. Wait, it's retrieves the content of the startup infrastructure that was specified when calling the process was created. A pointer to the startup infrastructure that receives the startup information, return value none. What is a startup infrastructure? Size of the structure in bytes, name of the desktop or the name of the both desktop and Windows station for this process. Okay, what if we try to decompile this? Okay, the startup info is a pointer to startup info. Memset 0 startup info. V3 is okay, if unknown. What is unknown? D word. Get startup info. Stack base anti current tip. While one, that means infinite loop. V5 interlocked compare exchange keyword to stack base. If not V5, V6 equal to 0. If unknown equal to 1, go to label 39. Else go to label 8. Okay, so there is some sort of switch here. If let's synchronize it with if okay test RAX. This is after comparing the content at the memory location specified by RPX register with RSI and then testing RAX. So there is it'll either go up and jump not 0. That means if it's Where has this been accessed before? I think this is the first time this has been referenced. Okay, so one thing is this part will continue if v5 is 0. That explains jump not 0. If v5 returns 0, it'll start this switch, take this path, and if v5 is 0, it'll jump here and compare RSI with RAX. I think it meant this check. Yes, void v5 break. So this will break out of the loop if stack basis becomes v5. And then there is sleep of 1 second. Then we are setting if it breaks out of the loop. Again, if is equal to 1, label 39, a message exit. What does this function do? Formula E returns a message exit. What DLL does? It's an imported function. It is one from one of the DLLs. And from what we have seen yesterday, uh, these are the DLLs. Okay, so what is user 32? 32 DLL. User 32 DLL methods. Windows management functions for message handling. I think that a message exit belongs to user 32 DLL. We'll keep a note of it and come back to it later. Uh, so this is the part where it breaks out of the loop. This loop follows anyway. Label 11 is if v6. What? Okay. Go to label 12. Compare ex with okay and jump to location 402. Again, a message exit. See, the thing is, what it does. I think I have a snapshot, a good snapshot of this VM. The thing is, if I try to execute it, and even try to monitor it with procmon to see what all activity this process is doing. I don't find any significant findings, and it just exits with displaying a message that virtualization is not supported. So for the sake of filtering, process name contains Discord, then include apply, and here we are. And if I run it, this program don't support virtualization if it's an error. Verify your BIOS firmware settings, verify version of update firmware, fail to start program. So is one thing we can do is to see if that exact message. This program doesn't support virtualization. So this is something else. Okay, we need to, I think we need to, okay, run using compatibility setting. Yeah, like that will change anything. Or did it change anything? No, it exited. We can try one thing more. We can see if spawns any child processes to check for VM emulation by using Process Explorer. This is Process Monitor by sysinternals. Sysinternals is a set of utilities provided by Microsoft. Uh, micro, using one of the we are running procmon. We need exp Process Explorer. Okay, this commander. Okay. Anyways, um, yeah. Let's just try running it again and see if we get something useful out of it. No, it's the same stuff. We need to find the switch. We need to find the switch. Let's revert back to a very recent snapshot. The power off and then revert to snapshot. Apparently reverting back to snapshot takes much less time than creating a snapshot. So we are back and we have restored the snapshot of the virtual machine. And now, since the malware did not detonate, I'll be moving forward with loading the malware in a debugger and then setting up some breakpoints to see if and where the checks are being performed to um, verify that if this machine's in a virtualized environment or not. Because as we just saw, this executable detects that you are in a virtual machine and doesn't execute further. I'll be using x64dbg. So x64dbg has loaded it into the memory and we can start with the execution. But before that, so there are some breakpoints already set, which is at the entry of discord beta.exe. Here is this breakpoint. Okay, so it's here. Okay, let's see. I'll just start from the very top and see what's in the memory and what's going on. So let's run it, and I think we are at a breakpoint or not. No. Now we have reached the breakpoint, and that was the TLS breakpoint. If we click run again, this is the entry point of discord beta.exe. We're gonna move ahead from here, and okay, this is setting up the stack pointer for the executable, subtracting hex 28 from the stack, then moving data segment, whatever this is, we can actually see what is stored in this memory location. So I think this is another address that will be moved to RAX. Right now RAX points to the entry point address, and if we proceed further, yeah, this address has been loaded into the RAX, which is I think another address. The contents of this address has been loaded, and if we follow the keyword in current dump, it's all the contents at this address which is loaded into RAS is zero, null. So that's something. Then we move one to this address. So as you can see, it's all zero right now, and if we move a step ahead, one has been added. So I think we are following good for now. This is more of a sanity check. Now this is the function it will call. So instead of just executing the function, I'll be stepping into the function and see what is going on inside that function. So here we are, it will start by pushing contents of registers into the stack. This is expected behavior when a function is called. It stores previous register values into the stack. So we pushed R13, which was 0. We'll push R12, which is also 0. We'll push RBP. Now here RBP is 0. Okay, strange. We'll push RDI. RDI will be 0 as well. RSI is 0 and RPX is 0. So we'll be subtracting hex 98 from RSP to create a space for our current function. And we start by moving 0xd hexadecimal d to ECX. ECX is the lower 32-bit of RCX, and usually when you move into lower 32-bit RCX, it clears the register and then moves into it. So by this, there will be just a D there, XORing the contents of EAX with EAX, that will clear EAX. Okay, so now it's moving RA at load effective address into R8 of RSP plus 20. So it will add 20 to this and load it to R8. If I'm not wrong, if I'll remember what I learned about debugging. Yes, indeed it is adding hexadecimal 20 to the address of RSP and loading into R8. Then we move R8 to RDI. Okay. And then repeat S2. What is this function? Instruction. Repeat S store string. I think it is repeat store string into keyword. Store string, yes. So if we go to this address, follow and dump to, it's nothing, it's still plain. Even the stack looks empty right now. Never mind. Then we move ahead and we okay, now this is interesting. We load this address into RDI. Wait, and what is stored at this address? I think it was 1. We just saw this. Yep. And then we load our contents of into R9. So this will clear entry point and this will load 1 into it if I'm correct. Indeed it loaded. So then it's gonna test R9D with R9D, which will be true. It will reset the 0 flag and jump if not equal to. This is strange. Jump if not equal to jump. So if we go back to our disassembler and see what actually is happening. See, the thing is, sometimes there's a difference in the debugger and the disassembler. The disassembler might say it's a jump not 0 instruction, and the debugger interprets it as jump not equal to. I mean, I'm not sure about this part, but I've seen it. Just for the sake of confirming, I'm gonna reload it into disassembler and see what's actually at this address. So here's IDA. I think this is 32-bit. No, we need the 64. File. Discord beta.exe.mals. Okay, and please don't check for updates. Don't become Windows, man. Come on. Much better. So, what is the address that we need to check? It's 4011BE, and we are at 4014. I think we need to go back. Wow. Anyways, 4011BE. Here it is. As I said, it's jump, not zero. And this was startup. Okay. So the jump is taken and we take the jump with the program. So yeah, so jump not zero. So I think we took the jump to location 401406. After, yes, after taking the jump, we are at indeed 401460. My bad, 401460. Then we move ahead and move R8 into RCX, which is address, follow it up to it's null, nothing's here. Then we call the function get startup info. Okay, so RCX calling convention in I learned this the hard way. Calling convention in Windows is different than the calling convention in Linux. Linux loads first argument into RDI, then into RSI, and then into I think it's RCX followed by RDX and then into further registers. Let me have a look quick. Yep, calling convention. In Linux, it's RDI, RSI, RDX, RCX, R8, and R9. While in Windows, Windows function calling convention assembly. I think this is x86. Ah, who's gonna tell us better than the creator of Windows? So yes, example of argument passing in one all integers, function one in A, RCX, RDX, R8, R9, F, then E pushed on stack. So this is, we just need this for right now, and what we just saw that this function will be using RCX, this address, as its argument. So I think if we are to follow this and we execute it, whatever I think when we looked at the documentation, it will return us an address of where the startup info is located. So if we run it, we should see a address available here. And yep, we got a address. Okay, so it returned a couple of things. It did not just return plainly address. It returns x8 and then an address and then another address and then another address. So this returned a lot of things. Then this function is not what we looked up. Get startup info A. What we looked up was get startup info W, and this is from process threads api.h. Need to look for exact function. Get startup info A malware. Okay, so we have something. Damn, a step-by-step analysis of new malware used by APT 228 get startup info is to retrieve the current content of startup info. I think this function is just named different but does the same thing. But then why we are not able to get? Let me see what. Rust m. Yeah, it's a pointer to the startup infrastructure that receives the startup information. Returns none. So if we go to this address, what do we find it? Follow in stack. Nothing. Follow in memory map. This just said where this where is this located. This address is 24A42. So if we see 24A42F0, 24A42F0 will be reserved. Reserved. And what is this address? This is also reserved. This is nothing. But where did it store the values? Where did it all go? Oh, here it is. We have something. Okay, so we have the name of the executable. Okay, so this is the structure. If I remember correctly what we read, it returns a startup infrastructure. Startup infrastructure is made of the following things: a D word, then LP string, then another D word, D word. Okay, so if we trace back to where we came from in the dump, we look here. Watch in current dump. We have some strings here. NUS. These are languages. Okay, supported languages. Yep. Going back and looking at another follow keyword in current dump. Winstat 0 default. C Windows System 32 MSDLL Discord beta.exe. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Nice. Um, let's see what happens. Now it'll jump back after I think from where it came from. Yep, it'll jump back from here where it had to go. Nice. Now we are here at this point, and if we move, okay, so it's gonna load GS30 into RAX. Let's see what that will be. 252000. Nothing special. Then we are gonna load our RBX with data segment 21298F0. Okay, and this is a null space. Doing RSI with RAX plus 8. Okay. So clearing the EBP register, RBP register, moving address of sleep into R12, then jump into this part, moving RBP into RAX, that is 0, log compare exchange, keyword, data segment RPX is okay, it's 0 with RSI. RSI is 0 as well. No, RSI is not 0, it's this address, okay. And then test RAX. jump if not equal to. So this test Rx by Rx should be this here. All right, and jump not 0. We did not take this jump. We went straight hip here. I think I'll put a breakpoint here for future reference. I'll set a breakpoint here and see. So here are a couple of strings that are loaded from startup info into the stack. Nice. All right. Since it's not 0 there, the jump is not taken. That means jump not equal to is not taken, jump is not taken. We move ahead. We move the contents of this address location into RSI. Let's see what RSI becomes. So RSI become like this, and we watch what is at that location in dump 3. Let's say dump 4. Blank. Clearing of EBP, RBP. The moving contents of the location bench specified by RSI into RAX. I think those are 0. Comparing EAX with 1. Jump if EAX was 1. I'm gonna set a checkpoint here as well and see. Jump if equal. Okay, okay, so here we are. Compare EAX with 1 and jump if not 0. To location this. Test EPP and EPP and jump if 0 to this. So I think this will be the pattern that will follow, and jump is not taken. We hit a breakpoint. We continue from here. Moving contents of RSI, memory location space, that is 0 again. Test EAX, jump if equal to. So this jump is taken. Okay, so I think this is gonna jump and take this. It's gonna jump and call another subroutine now. No, wait, I skipped. I think I skipped something. What is this address? 40124E. 40E. Okay, we have not reached there yet. F8, F8, call jump to Discord beta. Oh, so this is the compare EAX to 1 jump if equal to. So this is a counter. RAX has the address of follow and dump 5, please. Follow keyword and current dump. This is the string. Test RAX. Jump if not equal to. Z EDX. Compare 20. Jump if less than equal to. Move ECX to R80. XOR with 1. Compare DL to 22. C move ECX. Move R8. D2 ECX. That's again, I think, the 1. Then jump back. Add RAX. Okay, so this is reading the string. But to where? I think it's parsing the name. Discord bit. Let me set a breakpoint at that condition. So 40124E. Let her run. It exited. So it failed some check even before reaching there. Think there are any. Where is instruction pointer at this moment? It's at return. Yeah, this did not work. Let's start again. Go ahead. So this was the entry point, and then we got the jump point. So this checkpoint is not reached. What are the checks before this checkpoint? Okay. Jump if not 0 to location this. And then again jump 0 if this. So what is this address? 40124E. This this is where we set our checkpoint. Never mind it, it was not reached. What else are the pathways that circumvents this? Goes directly. I don't think everything comes down here every way. Then why is that? Right, so if was the address 40124E, 401E, here it is. If I follow in dump, here it is. What if I edit it, modify value and do a 75? That'll change its jump if not equal to, and then try to run it. Set a checkpoint here to see if it's gonna call RAX. Okay. Okay, so jump is taken. If jump is not taken, then we move ahead. Storing RAT, EDA2 to EDX, or ECX, calling RAX. And what do we have in RAX? Follow indices similar. 5EP910. I think I saw this address somewhere. 5. What was the address again? 5EP910. E910. Here at TLS callback to. What is TLS callback? The one way to find out. Hey Shivam, I did not see that message. I need to find a way to notify me for messages on Twitch stream. This has happened multiple times. Go back and jump into it. Okay, we are into TLS callback. We're moving RAX. The data stored at this pointer will be that data. Oh, it was an address. Okay. Pairing the word with two. Dump, dump three. We'll compare jump if equal to this jump will be taken. Comparing EDX with 2. Yes, the jump will be also taken. Reloading. Putting RPX and RSI in the same value. These are null. Okay, compare our. Of course, they're gonna be equal. 1 to EAX. Add RSP. They are returning. Why? What they did? What was the point of this function? Okay. Now they are when it's returning. When it returned, this is gonna call discard another function. What function is that? And that's a big unknown pseudo relay relocation protocol. Here's some debug information, bit size. Is this function? Wait a minute. It's a strange. Anyway, let's see what have here. Step into the function. Pushing the stack, subtracting x38. So we are loading RBP with the effective address of RSP plus 80. What is RSP plus 80? If we go follow in term 3 and we add hexadecimal 80 80 to it. So now let's see. RBP is loaded with follow in term 3 address. It's blank at that address. Okay, that is blank. Testing EDI with EDI. Jump if equal to. So I think this. If t word equal to 1, then call this. Right, let's see what actually is. We move 1 to that location in the memory. Then we call another function thing 5ec50. We are at this step. We are calling this is this function. Okay. It deals with some memory operation. Move rax keyword pointer data segment this address. Okay. I think this is the starting address of the memory for the executable loaded. Yes, it's the start mz. Okay. Then storing rat, comparing word pointer of rax with 5a4d. Does this translate to mz? Way to find out. Let's see. What was it comparing to? 5a4d. Yeah, mz in reverse. Little Indian. So this check will pass and where the jump will not be taken, then we'll move rdx with rax plus 3c. Okay. Add add rdx to rax. Okay. Portable executable. Here it is. Then compared with, yes, this will pass. Jump if equal to compare word pointer ts. Is this some sort of integrity check? See. Um, Comparing word pointer rax plus 18 with 20b. 20b translates to, I think, 020b. 0b0. I think it doesn't translate to anything. Yeah, they are raw bytes. Yep, this will pass as well. So the jump will not be taken. Yeah, I think this looks like. Oh no, wait. We are about to return. RAT, RAX plus 6. Okay, and what is the R8? 0A. And then move R8D to EAX. 0A and then return. So we have returned with a return value of 0A, which is I think 10. It's done that time, but yeah, it's 10. So we have returned with the value of 10, but it's not being stored anywhere, so that's of no use. And let's see. Now this is another function that will be called right after it. So we load effective address data segment RAX plus RAX into 4 into and load effective address of RAX into 8 plus F 9F, and then add this. I think it's negating. Then we call this push RCX RX compare RX 2000 in hexadecimal. Okay. Jump load effective address into RCX of RSP. What is this? Follow in stack. Is this user code? It says user code. Let's see. Jump if below. Okay. Subtract RAX from RCX. Do we get? We're gonna OR, normal OR PC RCX with 0. That will turn, that will pop RAX. Where is the stack pointer right now? 98. This value will pop into RAX, which remains, and then pop into RCX. RCX will become 0, return. Okay, cool. Now we are into moving. R12. PX. Sorry, we have to follow RPX. Follow and dump. Follow and dump. That's empty. And R12, I think that will be empty as well. Yep, empty and empty. Never mind. Moving 0 to this address data segment. It's already 0 there. Subtracting RX from RSP. Okay, this is interesting. We modified stack pointer inside the function. Then we load effective address of RSP plus 20 into RAX. Is that C40C is empty. Okay. We var12 to RAX. Await this function, that stack pointer into the memory. Right. subtract rbx from, this will be 0. Compare rx with 7. Jump if less than is okay. We are out of this. rb. Is it some sort of counter? No, 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 it's gonna return now, I think. Yep, it'll return. Okay, it's setting unhandled exception filter. So I think we are back here. All right. Rx value 0, it's 0. Then call some function 127f. This is the call we are about to make. Let's see. Move rcx into rx. Exchange rx with whatever is in the memory location here. Um, it's blank. Return. Then we call another function. Then return. Go ahead and okay. Rax to this memory location. There are a couple of addresses already there. Is all right. Oh, this is environment variables. Nice. So we loaded. I think this is in initializing the environment. Uh, we are making progress. Go ahead and another function is called. We'll step into it. What is eCMDL in? So Rx returned the address of the string of our executable or ECX to clear the contents. Moving data segment Rx into Rx, right? Jump if not equal to, what is this jump? equal jump if not 0. I think this jump is taken. All right. It's again reading the name. And checking for spaces. Why would you check spaces in a name if you're writing malware? So we take the jump. Jump if 0. Here we test. Jump less than 20 x 20. We test TL with TL, and if it's 0 we jump. Okay. Jump is taken to 4012 F9. So we are here. All right. Now we are moving our content of RX into code segment. RX is, I think, null at this point. Keyword, the whole keyword AB, AB, AB. Okay. Then we are moving contents of memory location specified by RDI into RAD, which is just one. Let's see. Testing RAD, and if it's equal, then jump. Okay, so we did this and this. Okay, so I think, wait a minute. We jumped right here. We did not these TW flags or TW will show window. Okay, I think I'm gonna alter this jump. See what happens. Startup info TW flags and VW show window. TW flags and W show window. Okay, so what are those? TW flags, startup force on feedback, a bit field that determines whether the certain startup info members are used when the process creates a window. This member can be found more than following values. Run full screen, title is app ID, okay, and if specify startup use show window, this member can be used any of the values specified in the end command show parameter for the show window function. For GUI process, the first time show window is called, end command show is ignored. Okay, so I think it's good to alter this jump and set the values for showing window. Gonna take some notes. Copy address, notes, paste, and add to it. batch jump to set startup info flags, and gonna add them to my external nodes as well in case I reset the machine and I forget what address I had to. I think, oh, my camera was off. Well, that's a shame. Um, okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna alter this jump because it's, oh, wait, it says jump if equal to, jump is not taken. Okay, um, location it's saying 40131E. This jump is not being taken. Okay, we are on the path of setting up flags already. Okay, okay, that sets the flags, I suppose. Moving into RBP, the keyword pointer DS. Loading effective address into R12 RBP plus 1. Shift left R12 by 3. Move. It's gonna malloc, mloc. How do you pronounce it? Malloc, mloc. Okay, so malloc was called and we have an address. As far as I remember, calling malloc provides the address of a heap. Moving into R13. Okay, that's the pointer to the string of the name. Moving RAX value into RDI. Alright, then testing EBP. Jump if less than equal to this jump will not be taken. Where are we? This jump is taken. I think we are gonna go this path. Good. Moving into RCX, R13 plus RPX into 8. Okay. Calling straight. Okay. Now it's calling to a string length function to get the length of the string, and I think that should be 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should copy selected lines. As expected, this returned 2D, the actual length we just found out for this string. So far so good. We are doing good. I think then there is another malloc being called. Okay, but the first one was used to store the address. Okay, okay. Right. Then again, moving RDX, R13 into RDX, move RAX to RCX, add RPX1. So we are calling memory move. What will that do? RCX is a memory location term 5 that moved the string in memory from address A to address B. That explains it. Compare RPX with RBX. Jump if not equal to. So that was a loop. If we did not follow, we'll be continuing our path down. Zero to this location. This location. We'll be moving a zero to this location. Okay. Then we'll be moving RDI to this. What is RDI value? 2E. Okay, okay, we are calling another subroutine 5E8AO. Let's see. Moving this address into EAX, sorry. Then testing jump if equal to, I think jump turn. Jump is taken. Okay, jump to Discord beta. This is function. where ex jump if equal to, so this is equal to yes, so that jump will be taken. Sorry, ex will clear it. Rax plus 1 ex into ecx. Compare word pointer ds with 0, r8 to rax. Jump if not equal to jump back. Test ecx with ecx. Jump if equal to subtract ex my load effective address is this, follow in dump 5. This is a function. No, it has an address. Follow in disassembler. Load effective address into RSI. Okay. Nope. Call dword pointer. Okay, so we are about to call a function. This value will be determined by value stored at data segment and RPX. So follow in dump 5 jump discord beta 401520. Load this into RCX effective address. Jump discord beta. Test RAX with RAX. Set EAL. Move AL to EX. Negate EAX. Add RSP. Return. Subtract RBX. Where RP? RN5. Okay. Compare RBX with RSI. They are equal. Equal. Load that point, that memory in RCX. Effective address of that one. Add RSP 8. So this will be jump discord beta subtract RSP test and return. And where are 40139 B? Okay, so I think we are somewhere here. Yes, we are exactly here. Loading that container, moving that memory contents into RAX init environment. Okay, we have R8 with the location where all the env variables are stored. Just to verify, sorry, it has the memory location where the all the environment variables are stored. Yep, here it is. Okay. You know what, Cyber Chef? Fuck the world. Where is Cyber Chef? Here we go. Nice and easy. Here's my VM. Here's my. So, is there any um indicator that might give away that this is a VM? I don't think so. Calculate install. Calculate last path update. Calculate tools location. Program files. Program files 86. Common program 6432. Here it is, computer name desktop. Comspec cmd.exe. Driver data. Home drive C. Path user. Java home. Collab data. Logon server. Number of processors 8. OneDrive. OS. Path. Path extensions. Processor architecture. 360 processor identifier. Family 25 model 33 stepping Z. Authentic AMD processor level. OI processor revision 2100 data. Program files 86. W32. Prompt. Flare. PS module path. Public. Raw tools. Session name. System. System drive. System root. Temp. TMP. Full list directory. Player list shortcut. The domain desktop. User domain. Roaming profile. Desktop. Username. User profile. PM common. Vendor. K. Windows NT simple path. What if I there a path with this C program? Oh, FEVM. So we do have a path that says it's a VM. But this is FireEye VM. I think this is installed by Player VM and has nothing to do with the check that are being performed here. Okay, now I end. Moving RAX init initializing environment R8 into pointer specified by is called Discord beta. I think this is calling this subroutine, which in fact calls another subroutine. I think we have been here. Let's see. Let's jump right into it. So EDX, RAX into R90. Okay. Um, Bing push RSI call Discord beta. Oh damn. Oh boy. This is gonna make a lot of calls. What is this function? 5E782. Okay. Memory functions, another read console W. So okay, this is get process address. It returns some address. This one will return 0. ORSI to RCX. All this one. What is this one doing? Move keyword this into RAX, test RAX. Okay, we can check this one. Move this into RC, RAX, jump if equal to RCX into this location. What is in this location? All over dump. And what is RCX? The address of. Okay, then it will return into this. This is getting way crazier. And just for stealing some in Discord credentials. Compare RAX with tab. Jump if greater than load RDX effective address into RDX. Okay. Then moving keyword point RCX into this memory location. That's increment RAX into this memory. add return. I haven't seen a single check that calls something related to checking for VMs up until now. Okay, these are some very operation. RCX into RSI, this into RDX into RCX, subtract RCX, RAX, RCX, then add F, then add this, then compare FC0 if greater than relative address. Setting memory, setting memory, calling another function again, setting memory and calling another again. What is this? These are a bunch of minutes. Gonna return from this. Jump if above equal with this location MSVC. What is there at this location? Compare EDI jump if above. Return. compare RAX with RCX. Below, jump if we RDX into RAX. Left, add RA to it. That was one function. Oh, next function returned an address, another address. I think these are setting up exceptions. Wait for a single object. So yeah, I think this is setting up exceptions or something. Reg close key. When HTTP close handle. What was in this function? Did it make a request? Let's see if we have something to use on our network side. Live.com seems to be. Oh, wait. This Google APIs. Yeah, that seemed to be Chrome, I think. Let's filter out these ARP, not ARP. We have something. Was this function? 564 830. When HTTP open. Is this essentially loading these modules into memory? Yeah, I think. Right. That that kind of explains it. So we have now HTTP loaded in memory, refill characters, invalid token string flow through, error parsing, error. We look for pattern where um find pattern ASCII virtualization PFA. Nope, nothing. In the strings file, not supported. Boy. Local free crypt unprotected data. F client data errors. Field one, two, number of accounts. Boy. Generate random emoji file. These are the okay. 38 message box A calling RAX. What is the parameter for Okay, wait. Okay, so this is calling this function 5e77b6. 5e77b6. We are close. Okay. Oh boy, it's calling another one. What was this function? S32 inet in top. 5f52a0. 5f52a0 IOP function. Jump if less than a jump is not taken. Example code. What is this? 542c20. Backup 5220. You are using IDA Pro. Yes. No. Yes. Sorry for the late reply. But yes, this is not exactly Richie Rich, but let's take a case. Okay. I forgot. 542c20. 542c20. What is this doing? Will it return? It returns to increase RPX. Move 1 to ECX. Call R14. Where does R14 points us to? Um, this is 5F52A0. I think we just came back from there. 52. Why not to use IDA Pro crack in an isolated VM because I'm doing malware analysis. It's also malware and you are doing malware analysis here. Or you use R2 for poor people, of course. See, I also have Cutter. I initially thought of using Cutter, but then given the nature of this malware, R2 is, I mean, Cutter is just a front end for R2 if I'm not wrong. And I personally find Cutter more comfortable to work with. I mean, I've not been into reverse engineering for a lot of while. I mean, it's been, I think, what, year, almost just a year of me into reverse engineering. And it started back in, I think it was the same time in September or August, when the Pune College 2021 began. So I started my reverse engineering and shell coding from there. I'm even fine with Gidra. What is search? IAITO again. Disassembler. Official Q2 front end of Radare 2. Okay, I see. So I mean even this, what's the difference between this and the cutter? The even R2 have their own GUI. I've never tried R2's own GUI. I've always used it with cutter in the wait, desktop layer, disassemblers, cutter. Oh boy, that is the original. Yes. GUI front end for Radare 2. G Radare. Cutter. Bless R2. This is more into the terminal classic. Cutter, we are already running. I2, Cutter. I think these are the two major. And you do Pune College. Yes, I did it last year. I think I'm not following it this year. I had completed up until the yellow belt, and yeah, I think I was even moving ahead. And I last challenges that I did were race conditions and heap exploitation. I was moving towards the kernel exploitation, but work happened. And not actually just work, a lot of things happened. uh, I couldn't keep my consistency with that. Yeah, it's a really nice resource if you really want to go from zero to intermediate into in this Linux space of exploitation and shell and crafting exploits. Really recommend. I'll really recommend it. So where were we? Back into our VM. Oh, did I forget to mention this? Binary is actually 29 MB in size, so yes, it takes a hard time for tools to analyze. Yeah, yeah, I just saw that they introduced, I think the challenges are called baby HTTP. They introduced a couple of HTTP challenges as well. I was thinking to try them out, yes. Um, where are we? We are about to call R14, and R14 is, as we saw, 5F52A0, and we are at 53. Back 5 to 5F. 5 to 5F. Sorry, it's 542DC2. But where I was read, no, it is 5F52A0. Sorry. Oh, it's been what, 2 hours now. 5F52A0. Uh, Without any isolation. Oh, yes, of course. You would have to. Damn. I can't I can't. The risk. I can't take that risk because I have a lot of stuff on my primary system. I am planning something to act as a sort of network attached storage to have regular backups. That's why even dealing with malwares, and when you transport it, there's this safe practice which is usually recommended. You don't drag and drop the .exe file directly into the VM. You Now I don't care. The safe practice is you compress it into an archive. That solves everything. Linux users, yes, of course. EXEs don't hurt. EXEs won't hurt you. But apart from that, you uh, you compress it into an archive and password protect it, and then transport that archive into your isolated VM and then extract there. Yeah, I don't also. Yeah, it's been a while even since I've tried Wine on Linux. Apparently, I haven't booted into bare metal Linux in a long while. I am running it in VM as course here. I mean, I was kinda tired of rebooting every time I had to switch back to Windows. At a point, I was even thinking to set up a bare metal hypervisor and run both of them side by side, Windows and Linux. Linux supremacy. No, I mean, I wish I could remove Windows, but I have some stuff that only pertains to Windows, Adobe Suite, and a couple of more stuff. They always tell people to remove Windows. I mean, yeah, I think they just completely ignore what other person's use cases might be. You do malware analysis for job also? Not exactly, but I have started doing it for my own skill enhancement, and yes, it helps in my job. What I do, I'm an incident responder, so I need to have a very keen eye for looking for anomalies while dealing with alerts and triaging incidents. So yeah, if that one way is having a regular practices of traffic, malicious traffic analysis and malware analysis so that you can right away spot that something is off and prevent damage from spreading in greater area. I mean, there is always a chance that the damage can be stopped even before starting, or if it is started, you can act quickly and isolate it. And you play HTTP. Yes, I have same username, most wanted 002. I was on a spree for a couple of months back, I think in back in July, June, July. Right now I have um uh I'm on a pause from hacking Hack the Box. Yeah, I did not exactly stop because of exams, but I think my brother secured admission in Gujarat, and I had to help him migrate to the state and get him set up for his college and stuff. So that took a lot while and planning. So I dropped Hack the Box back then, and yep, yep, same user. I think except for Twitter, ugh, thanks man. Uh, except for Twitter, I have same username on almost every platform. Wait, never knew this was botchering up the registers window in the assembler. 2DC2. Here it is. What is it doing? It's calling some IOB function. Ah, never mind. F8, compare RPX with RSI. RSI is 1, RPX is 1. They are equal and jump will not be taken. Move hexadecimal A into ECX. Sample code. It's doing this again. It's okay. So where did we jump? Thanks, man. You created machine for it. Yes, I submitted a machine to HTTP. I think it was back in earlier this year. No, I did not create a lot of it, a lot of them. I just created, I think I created two, but only one was approved for submission because the other one had some repetitive attack vectors which were already present on HTTP, one of the HTTP machines. So yeah, push RSI, subtract. Okay, so we are into what is this? EG, move 1 to EDX, move RSI to RSX. HE doing. Oh yes, I submitted walkthroughs for a lot of machines recently. The machine I created was the notebook, yes. What is this function? 542383. RAX to RCX, clearing R8. Okay, and then calling this function again, increasing RPX. Okay, thanks for joining. See you later, bro. Calling R14 again, that for same function, comparing. Yep, thanks. Okay, and jump not taken. Add info. EIO info. Call jump put C. Push RDI. Subtract. Jump if not equal to. Okay, this is inside MSVCRT. Five E7980. Jump. Okay. WDAG utility account. Okay. Happy. Card wallet. Chromium Math wallet. Binance wallet. Nifty wallet equal. Oh. Local extension settings. I think that VM check is somewhere near. Peter Wilson. Who is Peter Wilson? John PC. Bro, where are these values coming from? Hey, I think I'll call it a day for today. So far, we still have no clue about the kill switch that prevents it from executing. This has been not so easy for starting off my journey with malware analysis, but we'll eventually get to it. I mean, let me just suspend the machine right now, and we'll pick it off from here itself tomorrow. I'll add a random breakpoint here just in case we have to start over and we need to halt at some position. We'll hit this breakpoint and resume from here. So anyways, thanks for joining, and see you guys later tomorrow. Bye.